No, you guys, just because we put the drugs down and we're clean and sober now does not mean that our lives are perfect. Does not mean fucked up shit doesn't still happen constantly. Does not mean our lives are not full of stress on a daily basis. No, doesn't mean any of that. What's up, guys? My name is Lance, and I was addicted to hard drugs for 16 years. I was an IV drug user, addicted to everything from heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, to benzos and alcohol, and everything in between. Listen, I got a few things I want to share with you guys, especially for people who are newly sober and struggling, or people that want to get clean and are kind of skeptical about what life is going to be like after you put the drugs down. Hear me out. I know a thing or two. So as I said a minute ago, I've been clean for 4 years. Just hit 4 years back in September. And you guys, I would be lying if I said my life is anywhere near perfect today. I still fucking deal with bullshit and loads of stress on a daily basis. None of that has changed. It's just the way that I handle it and the way that I cope. My coping mechanisms and my coping skills are the only thing that's changed. I don't run anymore for instant gratification. Do I want to sometimes? Sure. But I know that instant gratification does nothing but make every problem worse and add a bunch of problems on top of it. I've learned throughout being newly sober that in the beginning, just because I put the drugs down don't mean everything's going to be perfect. As a matter of fact, when we first get clean and sober, that first year, that first 12 months is going to be the worst you ever had. That's why many people don't make it through the first 12 months. But if you can hold on, it sure the fuck does start to get better. And even the worst day that you have being clean and sober, I know you've heard it. The worst day that you have clean and sober is better than your best day when you're getting high. That couldn't be any more true. That couldn't be any more of a fact. I promise you that. The way that we handle things as addicts, we're so used to instant gratification. I still do it today. I get a little bit of bad news or something doesn't go the way that I expected it to go or wanted it to go, and I start to spiral. I instantly, in my mind, from trauma, from years of addiction and bad things happening and living that fast-paced lifestyle where everything is negative, everything is horrible, I instantly start to spiral before I even begin to do my research or figure things out or look into my options, or I instantly go down the worst negative path. And I really think that's trauma and PTSD that addicts have. We all share that. But now I take a step back and I go, whoa, okay, I got a little bit of news. That's bad. Okay, that's not what I wanted to hear. What steps can I take now, if any, to figure that out and get a better outcome or get the outcome that I'm looking for? I take a step back and I go, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. And until I've tried all those options, I don't let myself take it to that level. Now, if it gets to a point where sometimes you got to take an L in life. Sometimes we got to take an L. Things ain't going to work out how the fuck we wanted to. And you got to find ways to cope with that. Talk to people, find other positive outlets, whatever skills you've learned. You're going to need to have skills when you're getting clean and sober. All types of coping skills, trigger skills, craving skills, all the above, you guys. It is possible. You can do it. Please, if you're thinking about getting cleaner, if you're newly sober and you're like, why is my life falling apart now that I just got clean? Your life is falling apart because you've been fucking it up for the last 5, 10, 15 years, however long, and now everything's hitting you. You're clean and sober. You don't have any chemicals in you to be helping you deal with the stress. And now you're facing it head on and trying to fix everything, as well as rebuild your life and rebuild your brain and your mindset and your emotions. It's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do, but the most rewarding thing you can ever do. If I hit 4 years, you guys, anybody can do it. I promise you. 4 years ago, I was knocking on death's door. Didn't think I was going to make it another week, and I probably wouldn't have if I didn't get clean. So you guys got this. If you have any questions or ever want to talk, hit me up. I love y'all.